Welcome, and thank you for volunteering to register voters with the League of Women Voters of North Carolina. Helping people register to vote is one of the League's most important activities. For some voters, this 5-minute conversation is the moment they become a voter for the very first time. As a trusted, nonpartisan organization, our role is to make voter registration accessible, accurate, and welcoming. Every registration form you help complete has the potential to create a lifelong voter. In this training, I'll walk you through each section of the North Carolina voter registration application and highlight common mistakes to avoid. Before we begin, remember 3 important guidelines. First, a voter registration form is a legal document. You may assist someone in completing the form, but once the voter has signed it, only the voter may make changes. Second, forms should be returned to the County Board of Elections as soon as possible, ideally within 24 hours or by the next business day. Finally, encourage every voter to watch for their voter registration card in the mail. Processing may take several weeks. They can also verify their registration through the North Carolina Board of Elections voter search tool, which you may choose to provide via a QR code or on a handout. If they do not receive their voter registration card or cannot find their registration online, instruct them to contact their County Board of Elections. Now, let's review each section of the form. Box 1, Qualifications. If you are assisting a voter, voters must answer the citizenship question themselves. It is best practice to have voters answer all of the qualification questions themselves and not to check these boxes for them. If the voter is already 18 years old, they should answer yes to being at least 18 years of age and skip the pre-registration question. If the voter is 16 or 17 years old and eligible to pre-register, they should answer the pre-registration question instead. Box 2. The voter should print their legal name clearly. Their name should match the name on their Social Security record. If they commonly use their middle name, remind them to still provide their legal first name. Legible printing helps election officials process the application accurately. Box 3, Date of birth and identification. The voter must provide their date of birth and either their North Carolina driver's license or DMV issued ID number or the last 4 digits of their Social Security number. These numbers should be written carefully and clearly. Missing or incorrect identification information can prevent processing of the registration. Box 4, Residential address. The voter must provide their residential address. Be sure apartment, suite, lot, or unit numbers are included when applicable. This address must identify where the voter lives. It cannot be a post office box, UPS store, FedEx store, or business address. Box 5, Mailing address. Although this section appears in red, it is only necessary if the voter receives mail somewhere other than their residence. Otherwise, if their mailing address is the same as their residential address, they should check the box. If their mailing address is different from where they live, they should complete this section so the County Board of Elections knows where to mail their voter registration card and other election information. Box 6. If you are working with the unhoused population, this box is very important. The voter will need to complete this map by identifying the streets where they sleep. Encourage them to include nearby streets and recognizable landmarks to help election officials assign the correct voting precinct. The voter must also provide a mailing address in Box 5 where they can receive mail. This may be a shelter, post office box, or other reliable mailing address. Box 7, Demographic information. This section collects demographic information used for federal reporting. Completing it is voluntary, but voters are encouraged to provide the information if they are comfortable doing so. Box 8, Political party. The voter may select a political party or leave this section blank. If left blank, the voter will be registered as unaffiliated. In North Carolina, unaffiliated voters may participate in primary elections by choosing one participating party's ballot. If there is a second primary, they must vote the ballot of the same party they selected in the first primary. Box 9, Previous registration. If the voter is updating their registration because they moved or changed their name, encourage them to complete this section. Providing their previous registration information helps the County Board of Elections update voter records and remove outdated registrations. Box 10. Contact information. Although this section is optional, encourage the voter to provide either a telephone number or an email address. This information allows the County Board of Elections to quickly contact the voter if there is a question about the application. This contact information is not public. Box 11, Signature. Before signing, encourage the voter to review the entire application for accuracy. The voter must sign and date the form. Remember, once the voter signs the application, only the voter may make corrections or changes. Here are some common mistakes to look for while reviewing the completed voter registration form. Missing apartment numbers, illegible handwriting, forgetting the last 4 digits of the Social Security or driver's license ID number, not signing and dating the form, or using a P.O. box as the residential address. Here's a quick review of do's and don'ts. Do. Explain the form if the voter requires assistance. You may write on the form at the voter's direction before it is signed. Do. Return completed forms promptly. Don't choose answers for the voter. Don't alter a signed form, and don't keep copies of the completed registration forms. Thank you for helping North Carolinians participate in our democracy. Your careful attention to these details helps ensure that voter registration applications are processed quickly and accurately. If you have questions while registering voters, contact your local league coordinator or County Board of Elections. By providing accurate, nonpartisan assistance, you're helping make voting more accessible for every eligible voter.